All right. Took a little bit of a break. Right back at it. Hole number 10. I have no idea. Notes say extra mile and a berserker. Plus 20 to the cup. If I can get to the right spot. I don't think I was in the right spot on the front. I shanked a couple shots on the front, and I think this was one of them. Zerk. Now, I think the other day I did a shot from over there that was pretty, you had a pretty good look at it. Where is that second bounce? 3-7. I'm going to do a 2-ring pull. That's 4-2. Oh, that wasn't even close. Wherever I was out on the front, I'm going to be in a worse situation on the back. All right, I guess today is a demonstration of how to hit your Nirvana. I think this is like the 70th Nirvana shot I've taken today, and I've only played 9 holes. So a par 72 and I was 13 under. So shot a 59. So 59 strokes on the front. And I've taken 70 of those shots with their Nirvana. You do the math. Hitting it perfect. I have no idea. I have zero idea. Today is all about trying. What's cool about days like this is I'll be able to go back and watch the video and see like from certain distances, so you know in the future, like, hey, it's not a big deal if you epic fail out there. You can recover easily. All right, there's max. There's max. That makes that mid. That's about 3/4. And I've been playing my 3/4 about the same as my max. It's going to miss on the low side. See if I can just snap it off and hit it 1 ring great to the left. And it was already going to go to the left. If I'd have hit it 1 ring great to the right, I might have had a shot. Hopefully that's on the fringe. I'd much rather take that shot from the fringe than to take that putt. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, I am not the best putter in the game. I'm not even in the top. Well, let's just say I'm in the bottom. I'm in the bottom. We probably should start there. It might be easier math. I'm probably not the worst. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's worse than me. I was playing my teammate Kevin. I posted that video the other day, and he messed a putt. It was rubbing off. Look at how steep that is coming into the cup. And I am on the green. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. I don't like those types of putts. You can very easily find yourself in those types of putts where you're going up and up that crest where you can get into a max overpower thing if you're not that far away. And I like it better when I can see, like I wasn't in too bad of a spot right there. I could see the cup where it was glowing. Made sure I was in the center. But if you're just a little bit farther down the hill where when you're taking that shot, you can't tell where the edge of the cup is. You don't know if you're aiming towards the edge of the cup. All right, rocket, 30% to the cup. 1.3 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.2. It seemed like last time, I can't remember what the wind adjustment was. I don't think I hit it perfect. I would have known if I'd hit it perfect because I would have went in the hole. Maybe. Let's see if they do the bounce, did he bounce, did he bounce? Or if they go right at it. Yeah, they're doing that. What I don't like, there's several things I don't like about like the shot that they had originally set up there is like how close that second bounce is to the. So in certain winds, if you get your wind adjustment wrong, you're in big trouble when you're super close. And of all the clubs they could have brought, they brought that APOC, and with the ball guide, there's a bunch of QB if you wanted to do that type of shot. All right, I'm going to do the wind adjustment first. First, we're going to pick our stuff. Let's go through and pick out a rocket and a navigator. And then it's 3.8 equals divided by 1.2. It's 4.2 rings, 4.15, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm going to bring 2 rings off. I want to go right at it. 4.11 rings. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. Hitting it perfect. It did that jump over the... And I can't tell... I'll have to look at that. That might be a situation with a low wind ball if we get that kind of wind. What's sucky is that it did that from where I was pulling it. I have to go back and look at that. That's the first time I've gotten that wind direction where I've had to deal with that. So I'll have to address it. You definitely can't come at it like you normally would. Those trees are definitely in the way. In the hole. Hole number 2 in the bag. All right, hole number 3. Now I put 1.225 times. All right, hole number 3, I've got an extra mile and a berserker, is what I have on my notes. Why am I bringing a berserker? I have some, that's why. But I'm not sure. I think that is what I'm bringing. I remember the hole now. Barely. Trying to get down into this zone over here. I think this laying up here is probably like in one-on-one play. This is probably with the shot, but I think your second shot, you definitely want to make sure you got a bag that's got a big ass wood in it. And you need to get every bit of this. See if my opponent can get it right. Because you do not want to end up like they got every bit of it, which is what they needed to get. Taking my number 1 bag and I'm bringing a berserker. wind's going to push me forward 2-6. I'm going to get out into that zone. I ended up in the rough here earlier. Okay, 2-6. Put the headwind back on it. Hitting it perfect. I think the last time I didn't put enough curl on it, from where it landed. Clear. Still have a really good shot. Anywhere you end up out there, I actually overshot it. I caught it. I had a little bit higher wind, and I used all of the wind. I did something. I wasn't in a favorable spot. Now, I did hit this one, and I overshot it. I was on that same trajectory. All right, I'm doing a 22.5% to the cup. Don't ask questions. Come on. And I want to leave my ball guide just a little bit short of the cup, about 1.5 squares. There's max. There's min. I'm at mid club, so it's 1.2 times 4.8 rings. Rings. There's 4. It's 8 right to the edge. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh. Now I have to make the shot. It'll take me less time to set it up. I won't have to figure out where I'm at in my club. I was undecided because it seems like I've been hitting this and I've been in max club and I was working the number out just for a max. I think I'm just going to do a max adjustment. All right, let's see if we can get this done this time. Maybe 2.6 is 3.18 rings. There's 3, 2. Isn't it perfect? Get in the hole. Get in the hole. This would be the recovery shot of the week. Pretty damn close. So that was at max club. And that was a 22.5. And I just slightly overpulled it. I did a 20 and it wasn't quite enough. I'm going to make a note here. Max club. And the 22.5 was just a little too much because I started off on the other side of the cup. So I guess I'll go back to a 20. I'll go back to a 20%. Let me change my notes here. 20 to the cup. All right. All right. I dropped one. Picked one up and then dropped it as soon as I got back on these holes. Look at that. What kind of crap is that? Hole number 13. This is a par 4. I'm taking a rock and a katana. My number 2 bag and a katana. And we're doing the rough bump. -5 to the cup. Okay, I'm taking my number 2 bag, and I'm taking a katana. I'm going to run out at least 4 topspin. I'm going to do about 3-3. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. Always the worst side here. I hit it 1 ring great to the right on the front, and I was able to make it through. Let's see if I can get to the same spot. That is a real. That is, if I hit it great to the right, that's actually like the perfect spot, and the perfect is pretty damn good, and the great to the right is just picks me up a little more distance. Any of them are good, but the one to the left right there is about as far forward as I'd want to be able to try and squeeze it out. That quadrant, if you cut this in the quarters, that quadrant's the quadrant you want to be in. You don't want to go too far out into it. But it's scary when you hit it to the left or to the right like that, because it has to go through the rough. It has a longer distance to get through the rough, so it can get caught up. My opponent's in a nice spot. They're right on the edge of the quadrant. They're in the quadrant and right on that edge. So anywhere in here is good. And I am right in between clubs. And I brought the katana so that I would not be in between clubs. Now I'm in between clubs. I'm gonna do 4 because I'm trying to recover here and I want to make sure I get on. And with that headwind, I just want to make sure that I'm good. Isn't it perfect? Just give myself a putt to a straight up putt. A little longer than I'd like. The deal is I brought the Titan and I was right at minimum sniper, but I've actually been getting a little bit better in the slot, and if I brought a Titan, it would put me more, like in that situation, I would have had a shot with my Grizzly. I would have had the rough bump shot. Even if I would have had to come over here and side spin it around to get it back to the cup, I would have had a shot with my Grizzly, other than the fact that I would have been going against a big-ass headwind. I'm almost thinking that in this bag I should be bringing a club. I should be bringing my Guardian so that I can come at it. But you can see how the terrain is on the green. It's not really set up for a huge-ass backspin shot. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. All right. Just a birdie. Max 1 per ring. Now, I think I had to recover. I was going against a big-ass headwind on this next par 3. And I hit the shot perfect, but I didn't pull it enough. I did a 10%, and it seemed like it was way downhill against a headwind. It massively affected the ball. Ooh, not good. Not good. Got me a chest, though. Winner, chicken dinner. Good luck. Got 36 minutes. All right, we've got a few holes to play. Hole number 14. I don't know if we can get them all in 36 minutes. Par 3. Come on, let's get an opponent. Let's go. Let's roll. Come on, man. Let's get an opponent. I had that happen to me one time where I wasn't able to qualify for a tournament because I had plenty of time. But I couldn't get matched up. Now there's a certain time limit, but back then it wasn't. All right. Now, it seemed like I needed to do something big against the headwind, and with a tailwind, a pure tailwind, it still seems like it's way in the hell downhill. There's a spot to set up down here that's a little bit safer, but I don't think it's the ideal spot. Let's see. I'm going to use a quasar. Three, 8. Okay, there's 4. And it one rank right to the right. Or excuse me, left. Just a little bit too much on it, or it would have stopped up there and I would have got super lucky. Hell, I might have to finish all the holes just to qualify if I keep shooting this bad. Picked one up, dropped one immediately on the back. I can pick this up though. I can recover. There's another hole I can think of that has a very similar, I've overshot it and been in the sand quite a few times. Especially in one-on-one play, because I play a max overpower hook shot there and I end up over the top of it. Down, way the hell downhill. Okay, wind should not be a factor, but slope might be. And I hit it 75 rings straight to the left. Oh, I might have been able to hit that one ring great to the left because everything was sloping to the right. And a perfect and a great to the left might have went in, and anything else would have missed. No dice! Dropped another one. Look at that. Holy crap. All right, what hole are we on here? Hole number 15. And this is the one I got these. This is a extra mile and a kingmaker. For sure. No Zerk. Extra mile and a kingmaker. Plus 10 to the cup. I ended up in the rough out here on the bad side, but I was still able to recover. I was kind of surprised. I figured if you were on the left-hand side of the rough coming out over there that you'd probably be able to recover fairly easily, but if you were on the other side of the fairway in the rough, you'd be in big trouble. But I was able to easily recover with a Nirvana. And my opponent's going to show you how easy it is to recover from there if they have a Nirvana. I don't think they brought out a big ball though. And these holes, I will tell you, are worth respecting. right. 2.5. It's 2.1 per ring. So I'm going to do like a ring and a little. Getting it perfect. And just try and bleed it out there and try and get as much forward distance as I can. I was right there on that tip of fairway that you saw on the last one. Just a one ring great, so you figure when you get that many bounces out, you're that far off. The way that fairway goes out there is you really want to kind of start the shot off a little bit more to the right, but there isn't a lot of room to start it off more to the right. No, I think they could have recovered from there fairly easily. Okay, so times 2.3. There's Max Sniper. It's 2.53 rings. There's 2.5. Getting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Get in. Get in the hole. Oh, you're going to miss it. Short. I left it short. I think it would have continued to bleed off to the right. And then if it had picked up that little bit of distance it needed, it would have missed full ball width on the right-hand side. But I left it purposely just to the front of the cup, figuring that it would roll down that hill. Because some of these holes, I haven't played these holes enough to remember which ones, but there's several of them that it stops, like that one stops pretty quick, and the other ones roll out really fast. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. I'm only a golfer. All right, in the hole. In the hole. What do we got to get to? We got to get to minus 20 in order to qualify. Where am I at? Minus 19. One more hole. I got a shot. All right, hole number 16. What is hole number 16? Par 4. This is the one we want to hit as far forward as we can, and I was bringing a Zircon on only just because it would get me farther into the cup. It's a long ways to get up there past those trees. We were getting favorable wind on the front. Slightly unfavorable. Very slightly unfavorable, but unfavorable nonetheless. Now you can take this shot with a 3-power ball. I do recommend if you're going to do it, you're going to have to bring a Kingmaker because it'll help you with the side spin, but you'll definitely have to do overpower to get as much distance as you need to get in front of those trees if you bring a 3-power ball. And like my opponent, staying on the left-hand side is better, but they did not. Well, they might have enough side spin to take that shot without doing any curl, which would be ideal. All right, 3-3. Puts me about a ring into power. I'm going to put enough overpower that it doesn't make the needle go any faster. One ring grate to the right, which is the worst side here to hit it to, because it puts it more behind the trees, unless you can get past the trees, which I did not. No, maybe. Yeah, I got past it. All right. I'm in the clear. And that much distance doesn't seem like a lot, but that much distance is a lot when you're trying to take the shot to keep underneath the trees. So my opponents, what I would do in a situation like this is I would pull off to the left until I could see my ball guide, and I would adjust my backspin so that I thought that I would try and extrapolate like where it would come out to the cup. And then I would pull it over into this range right here, and I wouldn't care about those trees because I put curl on it and I would just curl it around them. Curl's not represented in your ball guide, so your ball guide's like, hey, if you go straight, you're going to hit the trees, and you're like, yeah, I know I'm going to hit the trees, dumbass, but I'm going to put curl on it. Now, let's see if I have a shot. I really don't like being on that side of the tree. I want to be on this side. That's the most. Now, here I got to hit between the trees. And I'm definitely a max club. My notes on this hole are +10. Is this the hole? There's 3-3. Hitting it perfect. Woo! In the hole. I guess that was the one. +10. Was that hole 15? No, that was hole 16. What do I have on hole 16? It was +20, and I was right on the edge of that side of the cup, so it might have been. I'm going to change the 20 to a 15. I'll go back and watch some video on that hole before the weekend round. I'll have to play on Sunday. Faux show. Hole number 17. How much time I got? Plenty of time. Hole number 17. And what a crappy round. What an up and down. Missed the eagle. Dropped 2 shots. I'm all over the place. So what can we salvage here? So if I get 24 is the minimum score. So I got 2 holes left. And I should be able to get 3, so that's 24. So just minimum score, that's it. And I've picked up several shots. Crappy. So that means I'm going to have to pick both these up so I can get 2 shots up. All right, hole number 17. QB and a katana, +15 to the cup. .15 times whatever the wind is. Come on. Come on. And for some reason, I haven't been, that rough bump is not, I can't get the ball guide. Even, there is a spot that you can be way up in the front, up high, where you've got like half a ball guide, even less of room on the right hand side. Where you can kind of get your ball guide going towards the cup, but I'm thinking that doing some type of backspin is probably going to be better. Getting it up there. I'm going to use my rocket, because if I'm going to take the shot from there, I think my rocket's got better ball guide than my QB. They may have the same, but I think it may be different. Let's take a katana. Let's take a rocket. Not going to hear that very often. And he pulls out the rocket. Four 4.5 equals divided by 1.2, 4.31 rings. And the rings are getting distorted. Hitting it perfect. That's the second shot today I've had where I've been involved with the sand, where the sand was distorting the rings because of the wind angle. Dude, what are you laughing about? I hate jacklegs like this. Let's check this jackleg out. Let's see, like, put the ball to draw. I got some time here. I've got played in a bunches of tournaments. 1-1. I gotta take shit off of you. Come on, man. Oh, all right. One more hole to play. One more hole to go. I can't believe I was able to get the round him and not run out of time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, the two holes that I dropped the shots on, one of them I put myself on a par 3 in the rough and didn't recover. I can't remember what the other one was. It was a par 5 and I was doing something janky and I think I had a shot to recover on it, but I screwed it up. Can't be letting that kind of crap happen. All right, we had much better wind in the front. Much better wind. Okay, 3-7. I'm going to do 2 rings. Try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. And see how bad that headwind kills this ball. Now it should clear. I can easily recover from there. And it's a max Nirvana shot with 20% to the cup. .2 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2. Now you can get down there if you have any kind of favorable wind or pure side wind. You can get down there with a power 3 ball. You don't have to bring out a power 5. They're going to end up getting caught up in the rough, but up high because it's so much farther when you hit it to the left. They'll have an easy time getting on though. And you've got to get way up front in order for this to work. And you got to get right up on it. Hey. Why isn't it getting up there? 3-6. I'm going to do 2 rings. Now it's 2 rings to the left. And not enough. I I don't understand why I wasn't able to get my ball guide to go all the way up. It might have been with that wind just knocking it down, but I've taken that shot several times, and if I got right up where I was like half a ring off of the transition between the rough and the fairway, I was able to get just enough ball guide to get myself to the cup. Maybe I was pulling it too close and I needed to pull it back a little bit more. My opponent didn't seem like they had any problems at all. Into hold. All right, minimum score, drop 2, picked up 2. The whole deal is I need to hold on to those 2 because I really think if in the weekend round you come in with a 26, you got a serious chance of getting a banner. If you come in with a 27, anything better than a 26, you got a serious shot at winning. Not in every bracket, maybe, but I think in the mass majority of brackets, that's the way it's going to work. Which is pretty much the way it works. When there's new holes that come out, sometimes you'll get some of those new courses that'll come out and there'll be a hole that's like a gimme, or you have to make it just to keep up with the Joneses. But this tournament seems pretty straightforward. These holes seem pretty straightforward, and typically the first time we play a course like this, getting anything better than a 20, anything better than the minimum score puts you, like my opponent right here, 25. You know, anything better than a 24, now you're setting yourself up in the weekend round for, you know, a top 10. And if you can pick up that one per side and come in with a 26, now you're looking at being in the top 5, top 3, or in the top spot. So anything 26 or better, you know, you're drastically improving your real estate with every one of those strokes. But it doesn't take many off the minimum score in a tournament like this. Now, what will happen, in my experience, is that the next time we play these holes, we will have enough time and grade, especially if they put them out in one-on-one, where people can go out and play them, that people will figure out these holes, and a couple of the holes will be not necessarily you have to get, but you'll have better chances. And that score will typically drop a stroke or 2. So instead of a 26 being the optimal, a 28 is the optimal. So the first time we play these, being able to go out there and shoot minimum score and hang on to anything you pick up is huge. And so dropping 2 shots and picking up 2 shots and ending with the 24 versus a 26 in this situation, you know, in a weekend round, that's the difference between first and second. Just screwing up. All right. I like it when there's brand new holes. I think that you can go out there, and if you play consistent and you give yourself an opportunity on every hole, you can win these tournaments. Like this are great opportunities to win tournaments, is when holes first come out. So hopefully everybody has a great week. Merry Christmas. And I will see you in a couple days. Thanks for watching.